this guy's got a guitar.
Whoa, this guy's got a fucking space car.
Ha! Cool.
Holy
Uh,
shit. Wait. What do you...
Did you know what the car is from? They actually said they launched this car into space. Did you know
Oh,
that?
that was the test. This is the Tesla. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that's what it looked like. All right, one second. I got something for you.
What you doing on Chatroulette tonight, brother man?
Well, usually I'm a music streamer on Twitch, but it was super dead, so I'm just like doing local recordings and picking out the highlights. Your car is definitely a fucking highlight, my man. So well done.
Hey, that's incredible. I hope to make the highlight reel. Play us a little music.
Alright. If you know the call and response to this, sing along, my man.
I wish I did, but I know the song.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Yeah, baby. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God love be with you. This ground control to Major Tom really made the grade. And the papers want to know who shed you away. Yeah, it's time to leave the capsule every day. How's that drink staying in your drink?
Magic trick, my man.
Fuck! Here I am sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely gonna make my highlight reel.
Oh yeah,
Take that.
baby! That's what I figure. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, brother man. I want you to check out my channel, and I want you to definitely plug your channel. And I want to tell you a little bit about what I do,
Yeah.
because that's the whole point.
Yeah, you have a fucking amazing lit ass setup up here. So holy shit, my man. Look at
Actually, hoary sheet is what I prefer people to say.
Holy shit! Oh, no kidding. That's
It's the
Flat Earth News Digest. Okay.
Woo,
No, yeah,
I
I
know,
mean, no, please. What is all this that I'm seeing?
I know, like everything just went. Oh my god, now this guy's crazy. Oh,
No, I
Right?
mean, I'm on Twitch. Everyone's fucking crazy if you stream on Twitch or anything like that.
so check this out.
Yeah.
I have done 3 years of research into why I think the space agencies are lying to us. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think we went to the moon in the 1960s?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yes, I do.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Cool. Can I put you on camera?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, cool. All right, let me get you on camera just so you could be known to everybody on my. I'm live right now on my YouTube channel. Just by the way.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
Good.
let me see if I can even. There we go. I've had enough beer to where I'm like, oh my god, how do I do that? So here we go. I got the TV set up here on the Tesla. So
Damn,
you
look at
believe
that.
we went to the moon,
Yeah.
and that they launched this car into space as well, Elon Musk?
I mean, that one I didn't really follow as much, but yeah, it seemed to have happened. Is what I've heard is the news. Yeah.
Let me ask you something real quick. You like the stars in the background right here?
I love them a lot.
Do you think we can see stars in space or not if we're in outer space?
If we're in outer space,
If I'm in the Tesla and I got launched away from the Earth, do you think I could see any stars? You think I should see
mean,
any stars?
I mean, I don't know, but I would imagine it would be dependent on where your relationship is to the sun and the earth. So I would say sometimes yes. So yes, It's possible, I guess, is my answer. And
What
sometimes
if okay, that's a good answer because
Yeah.
we're not up there, right? But what if I told you the astronauts themselves cannot actually decide on that answer?
How so? What do you mean they
Yeah.
can't decide?
So we've got video. It's one of my favorite things. We got video of these people saying the astronauts that have been in orbit saying some of them look. They get a there's a video of these two astronauts and they get a piece of paper. It's like a questionnaire from some little middle school or whatever. And one of the questions is, what did the stars look like in outer space? And the guy reads the question and he looks at his astronaut friend. His astronaut friend looks back at him. There's a moment of silence, awkward silence,
Yeah.
and the guy goes, "Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, you can see every star." Other guy's like, "Oh yeah, right,
Yeah.
right." But then there's like a significant amount of other astronauts that have also been to space that are like, "Nope, it's just a black sheen, like a black velvet sky." And they use this word, black velvet sky.
Yeah, right,
What
yeah.
the hell does that mean? That's like a keyword they know to use, but
Yeah.
that's a problem. We got them. Hey, yo, Buzz. How's it going, Buzz?
Oh, hey there, buddy! Whoa, I'm
Yo.
right by them.
Michael Collins. What's going on?
Oh, amazing! Good to see them up here.
Oh, yeah, man. Space bubble. Oh, that brings it to my attention. Did you know?
Whoa. Bubble. What?
Did you know that where'd the stars go?
Yeah,
there's just
exactly.
so much to talk
This
about.
should be more realistic then. If you're in space, you wouldn't have fucking stars because we can't see the goddamn stars when we're in space.
I have to make sure that I put no stars and stars, but this is the video we got from Elon Musk. We got no stars in the background. But I thought it looked better with stars, so I
I mean,
added
it
myself
looks
some
better.
stars.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I got some
there-
shooting
you
stars.
all right, you can keep the stars.
Yeah. Oh, they'll come back in 5 minutes. Don't worry.
Oh,
But
I see. Okay.
But the space bubbles. All right.
Yeah.
Here's what. Did you know that you can watch a live stream of NASA?
Right,
And
yeah.
when hey,
Oh,
my boy.
C-3PO. Hey,
when you watch a live stream of NASA when they are leaving the ISS and they're in their spacesuits and they have to fix stuff, right?
Yeah.
See, brother, is space bubbles. You see bubbles all over. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I'm gonna show you right now. I got a quick video. I won't keep you long.
No,
I won't keep you long.
That's fine. I have nothing to do, so.
But check it out. I do like to move on quickly, but what I'm doing right now is called flat smacking. It's just kind of showing you some stuff that it would take you a long time to figure out. Look at the background. Look at this video right now.
Yeah.
Now this is them. Of course, they're underwater. This is where they do their training in underwater pools. Hold on.
What?
I'm sorry, you're not seeing it, huh?
Oh,
Hold on.
okay. There we go. I see it.
There we go. Let me start it over. I'm gonna explain what you're seeing.
No, yeah, that's cool.
I'm just gonna play full screen right here and start it over.
Mm-hmm.
So look, this is where they do their training. They're underwater. They have scuba divers. They're in the spacesuits. Oh,
Right.
here's a bubble you're gonna see. Whoop, just goes zipping by. Here's another one. Whoop. Here's another one. Here. I don't know what the hell that is. It just doesn't make any sense. But
Oh. Well,
here's them
they're
underwater again. Here's them in outer space. Look at all that.
What?
That's
No,
all
I
that.
thought you said they were underwater.
It's going back and forth. It's going back. Look, they're in outer
wait,
space
what?
right now.
Oh.
Outer space bubbles.
Oh,
outer space
okay. I
bubbles.
see. That's very confusing, but
There's
okay.
yep.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's happening. This is all
okay.
outer space. These are all bubbles, and now they're comparing the top and bottom view right there was underwater versus there's an underwater bubble. Look
Right.
how similar it is. That just with that in mind, look how similar everything is. The underwater, training bubbles.
Yeah,
and
so
the outer...
so the atmosphere that we're used to on Earth on land is one that's filled with a bunch of different mixed gases all together that we call air. In space, up in there, that's a complete void. So there's no actual gases for the most part surrounding those astronauts. So those little particles you're seeing are, they could be tiny pieces of debris, could be things coming off the ship. It could also just be tiny pockets of gas leaving the atmosphere or floating around in space. So
tiny pockets of gas.
yeah, or
Yeah,
debris,
you're-
or this is not just nitpicking dots in space is not an argument, So
Let me see. Jaron's got another video here. Let's see if any of these do it for you. So you're saying that what we're gonna see right here is look. Let me put it right about here. This is space debris.
okay.
They're saying maybe it's ice pieces. They're saying sometimes it's the paint chipping off. Let me see. There you go. Boom. You see all of them squirting out?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I just don't know.
Don't
I
know
don't know.
what?
I
You
don't
don't know
really
what that is?
understand. I just don't know. I don't believe what they're saying. And
What
it's
are
just,
they
you know what?
saying?
Why not? Because there's a video. Check this out. There's a video of them halfway to the moon. They're saying this is Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, all the three astronauts that first went to the moon, right?
Okay.
One of these guys, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
But he's on the moon. Well, no. I'm sorry. Let me back. They're halfway to the moon. They have the camera pointed out the window, and they're looking at Earth. And Earth, if they're halfway to the moon, they're telling our grandparents, because this is what they watched. You know,
Right,
they're like,
yeah.
"Hey, we're halfway to the moon. Hey, look at it. This is what it looks like. All right, now bye."
Yeah.
Pretty much short flick, and then the camera kept rolling. They didn't cut. So this is what you see. This is what we get to see. This video was discovered. They start taking away parts of the window, and now instead of it looking like Earth is in the blackness of space, they were removing a bunch of curved shaped black cutouts that they had placed over the window, and now the whole window filled up, and it was like, you know, just an ocean basically below with clouds all over. So they had put stuff on the window to make it look like it was in outer space. We have a video of that, you know, that messes with my mind, because this is the only reason we know Earth is a ball from these people.
Well,
I can go
I've
on.
been in an airplane that went up to the upper reaches of the flyable atmosphere, and you can very clearly see the curvature and the spherical shape of the Earth with your own eyes. So,
Oh, and I've heard that before. Let me suggest something to you. How about this?
all right.
So if I can stand here, I'm gonna do a close up of the studio.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah, this background is actually you can YouTube it. It's called the Piggy Cam, and this is a camera with a non-fisheye lens. That's very important, non-fisheye lens, and it went up 3 times higher than any commercial jet or military aircraft goes. This is from a high altitude weather balloon. It just goes up way, way, way high till it pops, and we get this. It's just flat. So I mean, you know, if you're going to go up 3 times higher, you should see a lot more, maybe a curve, and the horizon should be a lot lower than eye level, and if we're on a ball. But now the reason why you saw a curve on an airplane, okay, is first of all, the very edges of the airplane, there's just enough curve in them because the whole window is made with aerodynamic curve to help with the structural support of the aircraft as wind passes through it or passes alongside of it. If you had a square window, there's going to be more stress on the whole thing. But if it's curved just enough, you're gonna get this more smooth flow through the air, you know, all that stuff. But that also causes the edges of the window to slightly go down, which will give you the illusion of a ball.
Of course, yeah, I get you.
It will. Yeah, it certainly will. I did a video on this on my channel. It's called The Fish Eye Lie. And I also talk about the GoPro cameras being sent up on balloons. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'll show you the curvature of Earth. I sent up my balloon and I got a ball-shaped Earth. Well, what those people actually also show in their video is that just 10 feet off the ground in their balloon launch, the Earth is already curved, like 10 feet off the ground. It's just, nail in the coffin right there. But I like to show these things to people. And the only other thing I didn't mention is we have video of them doing backflips in the ISS and getting caught in their harnesses and other astronauts reaching for them. And to the point where it gets so bad in one video where one guy has to whip out a baseball and start spinning it.
Right.
Because they're trying to distract us from like one person grabbing that harness and the other one grabbing that harness. And
what?
It's terrible.
What do you mean? What do you mean grabbing harnesses? What does that have to do with
I'll show you the video. You ready for this?
Oh yeah. Let's
show you one more video. It's pretty interesting to see all these people trying to trying to do a backflip in outer space, and they're having quite a bit of a problem. Let me pull up an hour and 36 minutes into this video real quick.
Okay.
Hour 1 to 34, 5, 6. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me back up. So this woman right here, can you let me see? Hold on. Let me put the thing on. All right. Watch the woman that's going up right now. So you could clearly see the one that's going up and doing a front flip. Now, here we go. All right. So she's fixing something on her butt. Now, I don't know. She's doing a front flip. Now, watch all the stuff that's going on. First of all, look at the guy on the right. He's going to stabilize it. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
The guy on the left is reaching for something right now. Watch him.
Okay.
Look at him reaching down now. Look at watch. Look at the guy going on the right to grab a baseball. Something's obviously wrong. But look at the guy on the left real hard while he's trying to grab something else in a second. Look. first of all, she's trying to either stabilize herself or grab
Yeah,
a cable.
right.
But we're going to move on from that. Watch the guy on the left again, real hard.
Okay,
Right.
on the left. Okay. So he reaches off screen, right?
Look, they're all fixing. Look at what is she reaching for? What is he?
It's
what is
like
she
a
doing?
hand. It's a handle. Well, she's. I know that at least she just reached for a handle that allows her to.
I think I might have.
Fixate
I think
her-
this was
herself.
earlier on what I was trying to tell you to watch. So let me back up real quick. All right, look.
I have a question.
Start.
So I have a question that I asked
Yeah.
Another person I
Well,
know
right
in
here.
person. If
Okay,
the
go ahead.
flat Earth thing is real, and let's hypothesize that it is real and that you are correct
Okay.
about this, why is this lie being perpetuated? What would the reason be for that?
Oh boy. Do you know how much money they make every single day to fake all this stuff with these bubbles and the fake backflips that I'm about to kind of elaborate on? You know how much money they make a day to do
Who makes
it? NASA.
makes
from the government.
what?
From the government, from us taxpayers.
Uh,
How much a day?
yeah. No, we have a space program, right? We send the space
Mm-hmm.
program a lot of money, right? Yeah.
How much? How much do you think we actually give them every
I know.
day?
I'm pretty sure it's above hundreds of millions, right?
Every single day they get.
Oh, every
over
single
100
day,
million?
no.
Just-
But I know
All
know
right,
that
every day. Today they got how much? Tomorrow they'll get the same. What do you think that number is?
I have
Just
no
a guess.
idea. Like I said, I thought it was like hundreds of millions, like a year. That's what I thought.
Good
So.
guess. Absolutely a great guess. Guess what? $53 million a day.
Okay.
We don't have a video of the backside of the moon. We have so many
What?
problems with the moon landing conspiracy, not to mention it does not match any of the China footage that we're getting because that's laughable.
What's
It's
wrong
really
with
different.
the backside of
Oh.
the moon? You can see the entire moon. It rotates. So if you
Oh,
put a telescope up to the sky, it'll rotate, and you can see every side of it how it changes.
No, actually, we can't. We only see one face of the moon. It's locked. That face is locked to the Earth.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
So it's interesting that we haven't sent a satellite and slungshot around it and got some good pictures or video of what we can't see naturally from our telescopes on Earth. We can't see the backside because it's an anomaly. The moon, its face is locked to our Earth, which I find very strange, but I don't want to get into. But that's
Well, that's
crazy.
just how. That's just an effect of physics and gravity. That's just systems that have existed
Sure.
for billions of years.
Sure, if we're to believe what they're saying, and there's a whole different
To believe that
Possibility.
physics exists and physics is correct.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, yeah, the physics we can measure here on Earth and in
Yeah.
a laboratory. We can
Oh
believe.
yeah, I
we
mean,
can-
yeah. If you go elsewhere in the universe, for sure, or even elsewhere in our galaxy, for sure, physics would probably work really differently. And yeah, I mean, if that's part of your argument, I don't know. That's for
I'm s-
sure.
I'm kind of saying
Okay.
that I believe stuff we can measure and repeat, stuff that's testable, observable, measurable. That means a whole lot more to me than stuff that we can't, and we have to take their word for. Let me tell you, a lot of stuff. Yeah, let me ask you a question real quick, and I'll end it on this. And I'd like to move on, but this is good stuff. I appreciate it so far. But I'm gonna ask you one more thing: are you a gamer? At all?
Mildly, yeah. I mean, a
Good.
lot more when I was younger, but sure.
Good enough. That's all I'm asking. So I'm gonna show you something. This is the Saturn Cassini satellite that we sent to Saturn,
Cool.
and it went through the rings. And I want
Cool.
you to see. First of all, let me pause it real quick because the bottom right now, the bottom of the rings. You see that nice flat cutoff line?
Yes.
That's a problem. Let's move on
Why is that a problem?
because that's just not looking right. But you'll get to
Yeah,
this.
that's
this
because
is
that's the shadow of the sun, dude. That's going to be either another planet or another solid body somewhere in the galaxy that is blocking a portion of the sunlight and cutting it off from your point of view. Because out here, this far in space, everything is either 100% lit up by the sun or it's just complete pitch black. There's no gray area. That's just how it works.
I don't know if I told you the astronauts had a lot of trouble, just telling us whether or not it was the stars that they could see or not. But I think this is kind of along the points of what you're saying right there.
I still haven't
And
received a
maybe
reason. I still haven't received a reason of why this exists.
Why?
Why would they be doing this? You still haven't told me
Gosh,
why.
the money, the power, the control. What if I said that if they said Earth is a ball and we've discovered all the continents, then that tells us there's nothing more to explore, no reason to go outside the boundaries. But what if I said there might be a boundary that we're not able to go to? We're certainly not able to explore, and if we did, we were shot and killed, like Jarl
So you've
Anderhoy.
been to this boundary.
We know of people that have tried to explore there with all the permits required, and were killed.
Who?
Jarl Anderhoy. You can look this guy up and his journey and his friends and how it all ended up.
Wait, who's Jarl and Ahoy? Who are these?
Jarl Anderhoy is an Antarctic explorer that took his own boat with all the permits he needed and was so screwed with by all the perimeter guards. Now, here's the reason. The Antarctic region, as flat earthers, we think that is our edge of Earth, okay? Like, there's an ice wall, it's high. Okay, so we can't. But if we try to go to that ice wall, anywhere south on our compass, we're going to hit that wall. Thing is, all 30-something, there's like 32 different countries that signed a treaty, Antarctic treaty, saying we can't go there because they have to preserve a fresh fish population, is what I think it amounts to. But
among many other things, yes.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, that's all a guy.
It's also completely unlivable. It's like hundreds of degrees below zero, so it's not safe for any human to go there. So if it's illegal for you to go there, the same reason it's illegal for you to go to an active volcano, because most people would just die.
Interesting you bring that point up, because I got a buddy of mine that thought volcanoes might even be like fake or something, like the spewing volcanoes out in Hawaii were fake, like all that stuff was just too intense to be real. So he went and checked it out. What he found out was that he had to really get special permission to even be down there. But what he also found out was that they were fracking, and they had opened up this volcano in Hawaii called Fissure 8, and it was because of the fracking. And now it's taken over 10% of the island. It's burnt up. It's killed people in villages. That's all. Well, you know, they're keeping us from a lot of stuff. You know, it's what I know. But look, real quick though, I want to address the satellite going through Cassini, because you said you're a gamer, and I'm gonna ask you like what I ask everybody else. Sure. Everybody gets asked this question when they see this. Are you thinking this is real, or do you think this is PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 graphics? Look at the rings and how paper thin they are in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Paper thin rings, fake CGI moon, boom. That's kind of the gist of what I'm asking right now. Like, do you think that's real satellite HD images that were taken, snap, 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 and then strung together to make a video? Or do you think that's some kind of CGI, artist rendition, concept art?
I believe the former completely. Looked like completely believable footage to me. I mean, if it's just, especially if it's just pictures strung together. I don't know what part of that was not believable.
Okay.
I mean, you have a satellite that was shot out how long ago? Decades ago, with shit video equipment. It's not going to look good, and even then, they probably tried to equip the highest quality camera they possibly could. So by our standards, it's just not going to look good.
Wow.
That's a perfectly very easy logical justification. Whereas the other person, so the only other person I've encountered in person who I had this conversation with and got this deep into it, the ultimate reason he came to for why everything you've said, he kind of agrees with the ice wall and people getting money for these things, but I don't know, for him it ultimately was rooted in something about demons being real, and that the government is being controlled by demons and we're supposed to be awakened, that kind of thing.
People can go pretty deep.
Is that part of this thing?
That there's many different conspiracy theories, and what the flat earthers.
But he said everything that you've said, and he believes all that.
Sure. That's all flat Earth stuff.
So why can't his thing about demons be true? Because
well, there is a lot of other things you can look into, and you can decide that maybe this is real, or maybe I shouldn't mention it when I talk about the flat Earth topic. That has nothing to do with the flat Earth topic. But if I started telling you things that I do know, if I started telling you things that I do know, I could probably side with him on a whole lot of stuff that would make you think I'm even more crazy. But I'm not going to. I'm not talking about how they're eating babies under the Vatican. I'm not talking about.
I'm not talking about right there, because I genuinely do not think you are crazy. I think if you genuinely believe this, I would, like, the worst thing I would call you is misguided. Like, you know, probably the same thing you might think about me right now.
I would call you brainwashed. So that's a fair trade, right?
Okay.
Misguided.
But what am I brainwashed to believe? What is my brain rejecting?
Okay. I think we're, look, first thing we learn when we go to school.
Yeah.
ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, Earth is a globe.
Sure, yeah.
But what we don't know is how to read yet. And under that globe, there's a sticker that says, for educational purposes only, not a real depiction of Earth and continent layout, basically.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it can only, I mean, it can't be 100% accurate. I think that's the only thing they mean. It is that they can be in the upper 90 percentile of accuracy. It's saying, you know, don't use this as a map, as an exact map. It's just
Right.
it's just a fucking label. What does that have to do with anything? It's just a label.
This
on a
is,
logo.
you know, let's say that my beliefs add up. Okay,
And
let's
also,
say that it's
but they don't. That's the problem. They don't. And also, you said that you're worried about us being put into a system of repetition and being comfortable with being told what to do in terms of like ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and then we learn to read. That's because it is physically impossible for a child to comprehend the skill of reading until they have mastered their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and the process of disciplining themselves. So I'm not sure what that had to do with anything.
I won't say that joke anymore, but that wasn't exactly the context I was going for. I was just saying they show us in the order of like we learn our basics, ABCs, we learn our basic 1, 2, 3s, and then we're slammed with Earth is a ball. That's true. Moving on, you know, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, that's because it's been proven that it's true, and you can go in space. And if you wanted to pursue this career, you could do it yourself, and you could go prove it. I've been in a plane. I saw it myself. These images. I mean, if you could like just even like post the link on your thing, I'll like go to the link myself and go look at it to whatever video you're showing. Because when I went into a plane, it did not look like that, and I promise you, it was not because of the disproportion that happens of light going through windows. That only happens at the very, very edge corner of a window, probably like the 5 to 1 percentile range of where a window is coming. And if you put your face up to a window, as you know, same as in a car, exact same as in a car window or a bus window, get your face right up there, you see everything clearly as you would the window right there. I've been in the upper atmosphere in a plane multiple times in my life. It's very clear when you're there that you can see the curvature of the Earth.
So how is it that we could send up a camera without a GoPro lens and a regular camera, and it's flat, and then we send up a 3D camera that catches everything around it, it's still flat? Like, where's the ball? Where's the horizon lowering past eye level? All that stuff doesn't happen.
For starters, okay, so for starters, the angle of the camera matters, the lens of the camera matters, the age of the camera matters, because no matter what you do, what you perceive with your own two eyes is never going to perfectly match the way a camera lens works with comparatively to the human eye. I took a lot of film studies in college. I'm very aware of how camera lenses work. They're not similar at all to how the shape of the human eye perceives anything. Also, if the camera is up in space, if it was pointed upwards and going along the upside and maybe pulled back a bit more, you could perhaps perceive more of the curvature of the Earth. This is just a shot of the Earth. We do not have a perception of the width of the lens, of how far zoomed in it is, if it's zoomed in at all. So what we can tell right here is if this is even slightly zoomed in, so the same way where, let me give you an example right here.
It would cut off
so
the curving parts.
If I show you what's going right here, small tiny part of my keyboard, right? But if it were to zoom out, we could perceive the rest of it. Obviously, this is a terrible example because this is literally flat and, you know, kind of proves your point in a nice way.
My point,
but, yeah, exactly. But anyway,
Ching! No,
but if it were pulled out more, you know, if this, I should have used, I guess, like a spherical object. So if I were really zoomed in and looking at the bong, exactly, if I was looking at this part of the bong zoomed in, I would only see this kind of flat horizon. That's just how our eyes work.
Okay. There's a lot of things we could tackle, but I could see that you want to believe what we've been taught because it's mainstream science, and that you know, that's, you seem to believe it's factual. Well, I ask you one more thing before I go. Do you notice anything in similarities between the red squares here and the cloud formations I'm showing you?
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see what you're talking about. How they're, yeah. That's, I mean, the only part in particular that really matches is that nice little indent. But the rest of it, yeah, definitely. I see that. I mean,
cool. That's all.
The rest of it is mostly there, but still, not identical.
Sure. So what about this one and this one, and this little nudgy here, little nudgy here?
Yeah.
Would you say that's exactly the same? These two little nuts.
No,
This
not
this
exactly,
one, this
because okay, so this is another problem with perception. So you're looking at an image of something that is thousands of miles long, and you are looking at it in a space that is 6 inches, a foot long in your screen, maybe. So you're compressing 1,000 miles, probably multiple thousands of miles into, or even multiple hundreds of miles into a few centimeters of your vision. So what that means is that so the reason I see where you're going with this. So the reason these are all looking this similar is because of the way weather patterns exist, the way the currents
So you're saying
flow
it's
around
natural.
the air. What?
the cloud. You're saying it's natural completely to have a perfectly cloud, but like one cloud formation here can totally be exactly the same. I don't know.
Yes,
100 miles
because
away.
if you zoom in thousands of miles, you would be able to clearly make out the differences. So, because of the magnetic fields around our Earth, because of the directions they travel in, and because of the directions that they interact with the airflow and the hot air, kind of cold air, weather currents that kind of, naturally travel around our globe, those two things working together naturally produce these shapes for whatever reason, because of the climate,
Really?
because of all
So
these
it's-
different reasons, because of the
Really?
climate, because of the air, because of humidity, because of how much time has passed, because of the time of day, because of what kind of continents are near. The air will automatically create these different unique shapes, and they will repeat in a cycle. That's just nature, bro. And if
This
you
was found at the same time.
and if
This is
yeah
not
no and
something
I'm saying and you are totally correct in that, and like I
all of them.
I
though.
don't
All
and
of these.
I
dude.
know that's how nature works. Nature
This
is
one too?
fucking insane, dude. That's the point. No, nature is fucking nuts. I mean, that's just one part of your whole argument. I'm not gonna say that's like
Oh, no, I'm
the
not
end all of
done.
your whole argument. That's
Oh, I got plenty. I got 3 years more, but I can't get
I
to
know
it
you
here.
do.
I see
know
where
you
you're coming
do.
from, and I appreciated all of this, but
Look, the world is a
man.
fucked up place, and look, I wanna say something. I think that at the root of all people who are into this conspiracy, which is a false conspiracy, they are also into other bigger conspiracies which are righteous and which are true. I feel like the whole point you're trying to get at is that bad people rule the world, Illuminati, call them what you want to call them. Bad people rule the
Masons.
world. We should be aware of that. We should be woke, and we should try to fight the power wherever we can. Am I incorrect?
that gets to where like the secret societies of the world that are keeping the secret of all this.
Okay,
Yeah, then it
see-
gets into the shadow government and all that. But I don't go there. I go for if there's a water tower 120 feet high off the ground and we can see it 75 miles away with our camera.
No, but
Given,
dude,
wait, hold on. Given the ball Earth curvature, we shouldn't be able to see something 100 feet off the ground from 70 miles away. That's what the math. If you want to go like more mainstream, more
yeah, but these are things you can
provable-
okay, but these are things you can do in your own life. Anyway, that's not the point.
That's
Okay,
doing
but
our
my
real-
point is you should skip all the flat earth shit and just talk about the other conspiracies, because there are other conspiracies that are bigger and are real, like the shadow government shit. Like, I totally believe that shit is real.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
that's
don't
real.
know how
I'm not
deep
gonna
it goes.
say
I
no.
wouldn't know where it starts, but like that is stuff that like could probably be real somewhere in some
All right.
form, And like I feel you on an emotional level, but like this conspiracy, waste of time. I've seen it for myself. You're completely wrong. I'm really sorry. You're a nice guy. Fight the power and like talk about the real conspiracies.
Hey,
Okay,
let me show you something else.
that's my
I talk
soapbox.
about-
That's my
I
soapbox.
No, I love this, and I love
do too.
the
I
adversity.
do too.
Here it is. I'm gonna say this one thing, and then we could piece.
Hell yeah.
I also talk about other things, and we don't have to go into whether or not you think I'm even more crazy for this, but Reiki, energy healing, stuff like that. I also do that personally.
Yeah.
Out of body travel, gone through walls, saw people doing what they're doing, verified it. Almost had the cops called on me. Long story short.
Do those things involve psychedelic drugs though?
The only time I was able to do that was when I was completely sober. As soon as I started smoking pot,
Really?
fucking hard to do now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish I could say yeah, man, yeah, but nope.
Cool.
That was in high school, early high school.
Well, I mean,
sophomore.
that kind of stuff. I mean, that kind of stuff. I'm more open to just because I believe
cool.
that there is a lot of power in the human mind that we have not tapped into, stuff like that. So yeah, no, that kind of stuff. I'm open to that kind of stuff. Man.
Check out the channel. I do talk about that stuff, and I know you might hate me for
Wait,
flutters,
what's the actual
but
name of the channel? Actually,
it's
is
the
it just
Yellow Words,
okay?
a Horty
Okay.
Sheet Show on
Okay,
YouTube.
thanks. Okay, I'll go look it up.
And hey, man, thanks, dude. You've been really, provide a lot of good conversation.
Well,
and,
I mean,
that's
I
all.
figured if you're having a show, your guests should be honest, right? That's what you want. That's what you want, right?
I want to let
know
you
what?
speak, and I did. We
Hell
had
yeah.
a good convo. Right?
And you know what? You
Yeah.
were fucking cool about it. So that's really awesome. And like, I don't know. These kind of topics are hard because even though I don't agree with you at all on these things, it's like at the core of the matter, I know we're all just people, and I know that the essence of your message is to just seek truth. So that's I love that, baby. That's what I'm all about.
Hey, if you believe in the Illuminati at all, you got to think. You got to start looking into
I mean,
why
I
might
believe
they
that
lie.
for sure there
Money.
are people behind the scenes pulling the strings in ways that we cannot possibly comprehend. I think that's if you want to call it Illuminati, sure, I would call that Illuminati.
Good, man. Hey, have an awesome night. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you
Absolutely.
find what you're looking for on Chatroulette, buddy.
Yeah.
I know what most people are looking for, but you know what I'm saying.
All right. I just subbed to you, man, so you'll see that. Yeah, have a great night.
Hey, what's your channel? Call out your channel.
Oh
real quick.
yeah,
Tell everybody
my
on
Twitch
TV.
channel, no politics, no conspiracies. Sorry, try to keep it family friendly. But I'm a Twitch streamer for the most part. It is twitch.tv/nicetl, NICETL. I do guitar, piano. I sing a lot. I've done a lot of musical theater. That's my background, and I do some music lessons sometimes. So that's pretty much what I do. I'm a music streamer.
Thank you, man. Thanks
Absolutely.
for being an awesome conversationist here with us.
Yeah,
now.
that was like by far the best. I mean, that intro we did with the space oddity and you like floating around, like that was fucking like A-list shit. That seemed like we rehearsed that. That was amazing.
That's going on a highlight reel.
Hell
I don't care
yeah,
how
dude.
this ended up. You are
All right.
awesome. Keep being awesome. Keep doing what you do, and much love, brother. Hope you
Yeah.
find your truth. I hope we both find the actual truth, and that's all we're here for, man.
I
Peace out.
appreciate that. Have a great night.
You too.